What's going on, everybody? I'm about to do some training, working a little bit of upper body today, and thought I would take you through some of my workout and hopefully teach you a little thing or two. Just gonna check out my weight today so that I have an idea of my percentage based on my body weight. 156. So I generally don't fluctuate with my poundage, my weight too much. I generally sit between 155 and 160 quite comfortably. Have a hard time going over 160, and I don't feel very optimal closer to 150. But to weigh myself is important. Today I know I'm at 155 and I'm working at 195. I also give myself reference that at my strongest I was pressing 260 pounds on the bench press for one, weighing in at 158. So definitely not as strong as I was, but I'm working towards it. And I do like to find out my percentage of body weight when I'm exercising to keep an idea relatively of where my strength is in relation to my body weight. It helps me to understand where I'm at, what's working, what's not. So it might be something you want to try as well. All right, so my first exercise is the bench press. You see set up behind me. Although the bench press kind of looks like a simple movement where you're just getting to lie down and press the bar, it's actually a very technical lift to do it properly, especially if you are looking to gain strength. So there are different ways to bench press that are better suited for your specific goals. For example, if you're looking to put on muscle and your goal is hypertrophy or something along the lines of bodybuilding, then perhaps a powerlifting type press or technique in the press might not be the best suited. But in this case, the first exercise is the bench press, and the main goal here is to get stronger. So some of the things that I'm thinking about doing, which you might want to look for in this video, is the way that I'm getting my body in an arch. What that does, first of all, it sets my shoulder into a stronger position, which creates less harm on it because I'm able to use more of my lats and keep my shoulders less engaged. I'm going to use that way more lats, more chest, and more back in the press, and obviously the triceps, which are the one of the primary movers. On top of that, because my rib cage is going to be elevated, the range of motion is shorter, so the bar actually has to travel less distance. And then I'm also thinking about gripping the bar as hard as possible, keeping my wrist neutral so that I don't have an energy leak. Basically, joints like to be aligned for maximum efficiency. So the straighter I can keep my wrist, the greater the power output. I'm thinking about gripping the bar as hard as possible. I'm thinking about splaying the bar outward to activate my triceps at the very top. I'm also thinking about getting my legs into the ground and utilizing it as best I can. So I'm a shorter guy, and I'm using the fat pad over here, which is a little bit higher. So still kind of a challenge for me, especially when I work barefoot as I am. And then I'm also thinking about lowering the bar to my chest like I'm doing a row. So I'm not just allowing the bar to drop and hopefully catch it in a good position. I'm literally pulling that bar down to my body in a strategic fashion so that I know exactly where I want to press from. On top of that, I'm taking a big breath to create more intra-abdominal pressure. And so take a look and see if you can notice those things. All right, so I've just had myself another warm-up set, and I'm getting to my first of 4 working sets, which is the weight that I programmed for myself to achieve today. I have 195 on the bar, and I'll be doing 4 sets of 4. So why it's important to track your numbers and to kind of have an idea, especially when you're trying to get stronger, is that total volume, total amount of weight that you move within a workout really does matter in terms of getting stronger. So in this case, I have 195 pounds. I'm going to do it for 4 reps which equals 780 pounds that I'll be moving within the set. And then if I did 4 sets, which is my goal, that will be 3,120 total pounds moved. It does matter because if I didn't, let's say I didn't program enough intensity in the workout, which means not enough weight moved, there's a good chance that I might not get stronger. And if I do too much, I might get some diminishing returns, and I actually might set myself back by overtraining a little bit. So that's just why it's important to keep track of your numbers, know what your poundage is, and have a program designed ahead of time. Of course, you can always adapt it, but when I go into my workouts, I generally have an idea of what I'm trying to achieve. So let's get that first set. All right, so I'm coming up to my last set, the 4th set of this 4x4. Oftentimes it's very common to have that last set look a little harder than the first because the fatigue is catching up. So definitely feeling the 3rd set, so I'm sure the 4th set will be no different. In terms of rest periods, depending on your goal and what you're working towards, rest periods do matter. Right now, because I'm working on strength within this first exercise as my primary move, I'm taking about 2 to 3 minutes rest. If I wanted to stay more conditioned, I might lower that to something under 2 minutes, but the weight might not be as much. So it does matter. So it is important to kind of track your rest periods. Just be mindful of it, and that way, you can kind of alter the outcome of your training experience by staying, diligent with tracking your rest periods, tracking your sets, tracking your total tonnage. All of this stuff matters in the strength game. Okay, next up is a chin-up. So when I'm programming, I do like to have balance in my workouts, which means I wouldn't want to do too much just pushing. I like to do pulling motions as an agonist, antagonist, which means I want to do the opposing muscle group as much as possible to keep balance within my body. On top of that, greater strength is often achieved by having a balance between the pressing motion and the pulling motion. So in this case, the chin up is what I'm choosing to do. I could do a variety of things. I could have done a pull up, could have done a neutral grip chin up. Today I'm going to stick with the palms up, so a supinated chin up, which involves more bicep. I'm going to get my lats involved there too. Some core. I'm planning to put some weight on there today. But basically people often ask, what's the difference between a chin up like this and a pull up? When your arm is in this position, naturally your bicep is going to be more engaged because it's enhancing its function. As my palm goes away, my bicep becomes less active, my forearms might become more, and then as I go away into a full pull-up position where my shoulder girdle is more open, I'm going to be relying a lot more on my back. So it is a more advanced movement. But today, like I said, I'm trying to overload the chin up a little bit, so I'm going to start to progress my way up, working with sets of 4, as many reps as I possibly can as I go up in weight. So putting a weight belt around my waist, and that's how I'm gonna do it today. Okay, so there's the weight belt. Probably see people in the gym wearing this. Wraps around you, take the chain, go inside. And now you can attach a weight around the chain. You can also use a dumbbell and put it around your legs if you don't have access to one of these, which is easily done at the gym. However, I prefer to use this so that I can get more concentration on my back and less focus on what my legs are doing to balance this. Right there. Okay, so I've got 15 pounds hanging around me right now. Again, I weigh 155, so I'm gonna see what I can do for reps. Okay, that'll do for now. Things I'm thinking about on the chin up. Whew. Thinking about keeping my glutes engaged. Thinking about keeping my core engaged, like I'm about to get a punch in the stomach as I pull. This creates tension through my lower body and my upper body, which keeps my body connected. I'm thinking about bringing my arms inward to get the function of the lats and down. So I'm thinking about squeezing this tissue down and not relying so much on my biceps. I'm also thinking about getting that nice hang position to maximize the stretch. And at the very top, I'm thinking about just tensing up everything as much as possible. All right, hope those tips help you out. All right, so I'm coming up to my last set here. I've worked myself up to 35 pounds on top of my body weight. I'm just gonna chalk up to get a little bit better grip and see what I can do. That's it on that. All right, guys, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna finish up my workout with some accessory movements. Nothing that I'm gonna show here for now. Keep the video not too long, but if you enjoyed these types of videos and you wanna learn more about the reasons why I do the things I do and pick up some tips for yourself, whether that's to get stronger, just increase general fitness levels, build muscle, whatever it is, I'm happy to make videos to help you out with that. Just give me a like, or hit the thumbs up, as the YouTube says, and let me know what it is I can help you with. I really like making these videos. It's fun to kind of focus this year on making more content. I'm not so driven by strength goal this time around, so now's the time to capitalize on learning as much as you can. I'll help you out. Okay, thanks a lot for watching.